And why not start this film with my gorgeous boyfriend dancing to a bloody good tune? Happy New Year, guys. Hope you're all doing good. From the floor to the ceiling to the walls, I'm going to be talking through my van's insulation today, and I'm going to be telling you the things I learned and what I used, and quite frankly what things were a bit of a pain in the arse, but you know, I got through. And here I'm using rock wool to fill the walls due to its high R rate. So that is my first section of insulation. I've just realised whilst filming I need to do that bit there. But, yeah, you know, I haven't done it before. I've watched some videos. I'm not very DIY-y, so hopefully this is it. So make sure when you buy your insulation you read the packaging, because rock wool is actually really toxic and it can hurt your hands when you use it. So you need to use the appropriate face coverings and gloves for safety. So as you can see here, we are fighting with this piece of plastic like there's no tomorrow, thinking how are we going to get this off, and lo and behold there's a screw. Yeah, so we got that plastic off of the door, so this meant I could clean down the metal and then put sound deadening on. If you haven't seen my video, I have got a video that discusses sound deadening in all its glory. But I started sticking the insulation on, and as you can see I decided to put the spray in front of my camera, which was very clever of me. It does get moved any second now. But I stuck away with my insulation, which I did change to the plastic free insulation, which I will in a moment tell you why. And now it's time to take that out. And well, I didn't find this difficult at all, being 5'2", taking this out. What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm stuffing these holes for you. Plugging your holes for you with my insulation.
Lovely. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy using the rock wool. It was very good actually for these wall areas here, because I could break off bits and it would fill the area quite quickly. However, for the small areas I didn't like using it, and I didn't like the fact it was toxic and I had to wear a mask. So I decided to go for the recycled plastic insulation, which lots of people do use, and it's cheaper. And above my seats here I cleared, as you saw in the previous video, and I'm actually going to stick some of the recycled plastic insulation over all of this area now, as you can see. So I'm just spraying and sticking. Obviously this area gets really cold, it's at the front of the van, so I want to make sure that this is fully insulated, because, well, insulation is very important. And lots of videos have said about using thermowrap to cover areas so they're airtight, therefore no condensation will get through and wet your insulation. I will tag some other videos that do this, but I've done this throughout all of the van. As you can see, I've done it on the door area as well, so that's nice and airtight now. Marty! Marty! Who's such a gorgeous boy? You're so gorgeous. So Joe and Paul have put these into the floor. Let me tell you something. If you have not cut these insulation boards before, oh, it is satisfying as hell. The way that the saw just glides through. So the floor is in, and now we're going to put the silver foil tape, which we think is called, tape, which is like, yeah, it's like a foil tape, and we're going to put it round all the sides, so the boards are concealed.
Completely sealed up?
Yeah, sealed, and no condensation will get through. So my insulation for my floor is in, very exciting, and Joe is now feeding the cables through from my solar panel. Did I say it right? Yeah. Sick.
Now we haven't got to piss around.
Currently working out what to do with the floor.
Hang on. So, and then
this is just the first base.
Sit better for that back base.
And then we're putting a step up here to have coffin drawers, and then here will be a lower floor.
And from that bolt.
The guys here are just putting down some 6mm ply. Basically, this is just going to be like the floor base. Then we're going to put in all the furniture and the water pipes and the electrics and, well, everything else. And then whatever floor I have left after the conversion is completely in, I'll then put down my laminate flooring, which I bought from B&Q. Like a glove.
For the man.
Nice one. So I'm going to say this straight away, I wouldn't have got that close. I would not have got that close. Definitely not.
I just tried to get linear.
The first stage of getting the roof ready for insulation is to cut pieces of ply out, like in this video, and screw them to the top of the van. This means once the insulation boards are in, like Paul's doing in the video here, you can put ply sheets over the roof so it's all ready for your cladding.
With 2 balls in his mouth, dropped the pair, one went through the hole and the other one, that's a good go.
Now it's time to start putting in the ply sheets. So what we did was measure each individual side, and then we got some 6mm ply and we cut the sheets to size and drilled them in. I think it's important to remember that vans aren't a square box, so one end might be higher than the other when it comes to cutting your sheets. So just make sure you're measuring each part of the van from the front to the back, and just cut bits and then see if the board fits, and then go back in and cut again, because you don't want to waste any material and pay out more and more by getting cuts wrong. Now for the ceiling, this was done with 2 pieces of ply, one whole sheet and then just a little offcut for the side. It's really important to remember that obviously when you're drilling into your ceiling, you have got electrics in there if you've done all of that. Obviously it's dependent on how you are doing your build, but just make sure you're clear of any wires, because you definitely don't want to be putting holes in them and then realise later that they don't work and you have to take everything off again. And a quick tip for putting the ceiling up on the top of your van: if you're tall like the boys here, just balance it upon your head and it will look like that at the end. Look, beautiful, absolutely stunning. And there we have it, a finished van full of insulation. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure you subscribe.